What did you guys think about Raw?
Well, I'd say right off the bat, I mean, I never thought I would say to have an 18-minute talking opening segment would be refreshing, but by changing up the people in it and kind of spotlighting the people that the audience are connecting with a lot, and then you have a veteran like Jericho in there to steer the ship and cue the soldiers, I thought that was a really strong opening that I enjoyed a lot. I almost wondered, I liked how they went right into their match, but I also thought about maybe if it wasn't such a loaded show, they would have built to that match at the top of the second hour or something, or whatever.
Bro, that's why. I kind of agree with what the second part you said, but I disagree with the first thing. Bro, the segment wasn't the opening segment was 33 minutes from the time they did the interview and going in the match. That's why I did not like them going in the match. You know, because it's 33 minutes. I mean, 22 minutes with the talking. You know, then they had a 2-segment match. They came back and wrestled for like a minute and cut the commercial and came back and finished the match. I don't understand why. I don't understand what the deal is. I just think it looks silly. You know, from the universe they've created, it's kind of like the formula now is you talk, people are in the ring, and then the GM comes up with the brilliant ideas like, hey, since we got you guys all in the ring here right now, let's go ahead and have this match.
Bro, that's so formulatic. They do it. They've been doing it for years on both SmackDown and Raw. You always know that, you know, X amount of people get into the ring. The guy comes out, makes the match. Same thing, like so many stupid distraction finishes. I mean, you can't beat somebody. I mean, the distraction finish loses its strength. It's diluted because it's used so much. You know what I'm saying? It loses its effectiveness.
Well, and two,
they just use it as an easy out, so nobody really gets beat clean.
But
Shane, what do you got to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. That it's weird when that's done so much. It's like, didn't you guys have a show planned already? You know, but I know it happens on every show now, so I don't know if it's one of those things we just got to accept. But let me go ahead and say, like, because I work for TNA right now, there's no way I'm gonna get hate for these segments no matter what. If I say good or bad, there's going to be people coming at me. So let me also say that I don't give a fuck because I'll still tell you what I feel about the show. I thought overall it was a strong show. You know, I don't think there was really too many thrown away segments, as in segments that were meaningless. And I think that's hard to do on a 3-hour show.
Yep.
The only thing in the first segment to me that was odd was, you know, I love Jericho coming out. I mean, I loved him being a part of it, but I think I wish there was a stronger reason as why he came out. I liked it being unpredictable. That's what I like.
Right,
what I hate the most is if they would have used predictable people in those, you know, that would have been worse. I like, you know, Enzo coming out without his partner. Like, obviously that was weird because to me, like, just about every time I've ever seen him, he always came out with him. Yeah. You know, so I thought that was a little forced. Like, why wouldn't he bring his, you know, you coming out to be involved in this segment, you know, you bring your big heater. You know, why are you now coming out to talk shit to Chris Jericho and you're going to leave big man in the back? You know, that was strange to me. But overall, I like this segment. You know, I'm a big fan of Chris Jericho's work. You know, he's
so much smarter. But he's so much more seasoned than those guys. Like, bro, because like the thing about this, Jericho's 45 years old. All these other guys, they're young. You know, they're younger. You know, but they're from that. You know, they're from that the product of like what the internet fan base likes. These guys are doing a lot of shit in the ring. Bro, Jericho is taking his TV time and he just keeps inventing gimmicks. You know, it's like if other guys on the show would be just simply like you don't even have to be super creative. Just be very simple and come up with like one thing that the fans can identify with. Bro, Jericho's coming up with so much stuff. He's the stupid idiot. You know, that's a thing. The gift of Jericho.
When it's all said and done, he's going to be in the conversation for one of the greatest of all time.
Always. Keeps doing the quiet.
Yeah. I mean, because we all know him and we're close to him sometimes, you know, you never think about your boys in that terms of how you feel about a Michael Jordan or people that are kind of outside of your realm of influence. But like I said before, when it's all said and done, he'll be in that conversation, and he should already be in that conversation of when you talk about who are the greatest, you know, some of the greatest of all time. He's in the conversation just as far as, I mean, he can do it all, you know, and not many people can.
Yeah,
and he takes the bull by the horns, you know. Like you talk about, he's not sitting back there waiting for them to come up with shit for him to say. He's taking it by the horns.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because when I was with with Kurt Bauer of MLW, he was telling me a story that when he was in WWE as a writer, he once came and he gave Jericho a script, and Jericho just crumbled it up and threw it in the air. You know, like, I'm not even going to do this shit. But that's what to me sometimes, Shane, when people are being held back by the company and all that, I'm always like, well, bro, if you don't speak up, they're going to keep doing whatever they want. You have to speak up. You have to be heard. You know?
Yeah. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. You don't got to be a dick about it. Yeah. And that's where some guys make the mistake, because they want to be the squeaky wheel, but then they're an asshole about it, you know, and that's when, you know, it can create problems. But man, like that whole hurricane, all that shit I ever did, like very little of that was given to me.
Right.
You know, you have to come up with that shit. You guys know that.